There is a great, great, great grandmother in Scotland. And she might be the only great, great, great grandmother.
How many greats?
3 greats.
Great, great, great grandmother? That's the only great, great, great grandmother around, they think?
Uh-huh.
Wow. How old is she?
She's 86. And her great, great,
what?
great granddaughter is only 2.
How did they pull that off?
Okay, so the great, great grandma, Mary, is 86. She had her daughter Rose when she was 18. Rose had her daughter Chanel when she was 18. Chanel had her daughter Carrie when she was 15. Carrie had her daughter Aitken when she was 17. And Aitken had her daughter Nyla at 17.
Wow. Impressive.
Yes.
And that ends up with a great, great, great grandma?
Great, great, great grandmother, Mary.
In Scotland.
In Scotland.
Yeah, I just wanted to tee you up so you could say Scotland that way again.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why I took the bait. I just don't understand why my brain works that way, but...
Oh.
Yep.
I don't care if your brain never understands why it works that way or whatever.
You have to say it
just
like that.
so long as you continue to use accents when you're saying certain countries.
Right. So I thought maybe we should talk about it, Matt, because, 86 is no spring chicken, but at the same time, I'm thinking, 86, that's not that old.
I thought she was going to be 110 or something. I thought she was going to be one of the oldest women alive.
I know. No, 86. And she looks like she's still in pretty good shape. So I don't think she's going anywhere anytime soon.
What's her secret? From time to time you see these deals where they're like, oh, their secret is to eat Oreos and have a bottle of wine every night.
I was going to say a pound of bacon and a beer.
Right. Yeah, seriously, right? Whenever they interview these people that live to forever, it's like, oh, it turns out sometimes just genetics is what you need.
Yep.
Oh, dear.
I had to look at the picture because one of the daughters looks older than the mother. And so I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
But Scotland, that felt wrong in my mouth. They've got the great, great, great grandmother situation. So maybe that's what I know you were saying genetics, but maybe they have the Fountain of Youth in Scotland. So maybe you need to hit up a vacation or a summer home.
Yeah, summer home in Scotland sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
But this is just one person, though. We don't know about any other samples, right?
True.
No, Scotland.
We could do the advertising for their tourism board.
Yeah, we could do that. Do the show from there. Could do the show from there.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great. Let's do that.
Okay. If there's any travel agents out there that think they can hook us up with that situation so that, we don't have to pay any of our own money to make this happen, that'd be great. Thanks. All right, Kate, we're overdue. We've gotten dozens of inquiries about the puppy. We need a puppy update.
Oh.
Your puppy...
Winnie Rose.
Winnie Rose, yes.
Winnie Rose, Winnie Poo Poo, Winnie Boo Boo.
That's okay.
Winnie...
Some nicknames.
Uh-huh. Winnie Bago. Winnie Bebe.
I don't think... Winnie Bago.
You like that?
Winnie Bago is fantastic. All these are good. I like that one. Yeah, that one really stands out.
I like that one. So I've sent you a couple of pictures.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now.
Of Wincheska. And that's when she's fancy. I just sent you the fancy picture of Winnie.
Well, these are live photos, so I get to see the puppy wagging her tail, running in a circle inside her little pen area there.
Yeah, do you notice anything about the pen?
Let's see. Do I notice anything about the pen?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
So we've got this, I would call it like a carpet.
Yeah.
It's got a no slip on one side and it kind of it's green on the other side to kind of look like grass, but we put it on the wood floor so she doesn't slip, and we've got the little pen so she can be in a bigger area when she's not in the kennel. Her food and water are in there.
Yeah.
You notice you'll zoom in right by the gate of the pen.
Oh, okay, by the gate.
Yeah. There's some things on the carpet, not the house carpet, but her carpet.
Right.
Do you see what that is on the carpet?
She's kind of soiled the carpet there.
Oh, she has pooped and played soccer / smashed the turd.
Yeah, because I was going to say the rest of the carpet thing here looks like it's got remnants.
Yeah, she got poop in her water bowl. She got poop on her lovey. She got poop on her antlers. She got poop on her blankie. There was poop everywhere, including all over the dog.
How recent was this?
This was end of last week. It was like right before we went away for the weekend. So she was nice and clean when we put her in the car to go away. But nobody was home when I needed to give her a bath.
Okay.
So I didn't have anyone. I didn't have an extra set of hands. Like, you would not think that giving a dog a bath would induce the same amount of sweat as running on the treadmill for 2 hours.
Is it like trying to wash a cat at this point?
I mean, she was okay. She wasn't like trying to get away. She does okay in the water, but she's too big. I can't wash her in the sink anymore. She's probably about 24, 25 pounds. And she has all legs, so I can't put her in her sink. So I had to put her in the tub, and I had to carry her, like without touching anything. And I had to put her in the tub, but I had to have warm water already. And then I'm scrubbing poop out of her pads and out of her beard. And then I'm just looking at the tub and everything, going, I'm the last one who wanted the dog. I'm the last one. Like, I was the holdout. Everybody wanted a dog. And where the hell is everyone right now?
Your husband and your 2 daughters were missing in action as the dog has made a mess of herself.
Yeah. But she is super sweet. She's super snuggly. She is still such a puppy, so I have to remember, like, she's just a baby.
Well, why don't you concluded this photo. Is this a selfie, or did someone else take this photo of you and the dog?
I think it's a selfie.
Okay. You look quite pleased with the dog.
That's when she was being nice. Yeah.
Oh. That was before she defecated all over the place? Is that what you're saying?
That was, that was probably 2 hours before.
Oh.
Uh-huh. She did figure out how to howl, though. That's super cute.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, first off, let's remind the listener, your dog is it a Labradoodle?
She is a Labradoodle, and she just turned 5 months.
Nailed it.
And she's a black and white, so she looks like a cow.
That's why she's so tall, too.
Yes, because she's a heifer. No.
Okay. I like this little bow you've got tied in her hair.
I know. Wasn't that cute?
Yeah, a little black and white bow matches her fur and all that stuff.
Yeah. She's a sweetie.
Okay. All right. I cut you off to talk about the breed.
She figured out how to howl.
Oh, yeah. She figured out how to howl. So what's that sound like?
Yeah. It's adorable.
Can you impersonate it?
Hold on.
Wow.
She's trying to harmonize with the classical music in the background.
You captured this?
Yes. She didn't know I was on the stairs and she was in her pen. And I snuck around the corner because I was working downstairs, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's howling.
That's fantastic.
So I snuck upstairs, and she was just sitting in her pen howling.
Let's grab a little voice memo, or did you just videotape the stairs?
It's a video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
You see her little head tipping back.
Good old puppy. Yeah, the redeeming moments where you're like, oh man, my dog defecates all over the place, including on her face.
Oh, I know.
But check out that cute puppy howl.
She is definitely forcing our hand on a fence because she is getting like absolutely fearless about trying to go in the street. And it's like, you dumb dog.
Now, if you get a fence up, you need to make sure that that fence can accommodate the future pool, right?
Correct.
So you can't get away with just like a chain link. Am I right on that?
No, I was looking at an aluminum 4-foot fence, which,
Oh, okay.
God, I really hope that she doesn't jump a 4-foot fence. But I was asking Monty, I was like, if we do it ourselves, can we do this for less than $5,000? And he was like, sure, no problem. Well, then we started looking at, I think, Menards, and we were pricing out the panels. And he was like, that's $14,000. I was like, what?
Yikes. For 4 foot tall?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's not tall enough to accommodate the pool, though, right? Doesn't it need to be taller than that? Or no?
Why? Does it have to be?
I don't know. I guess I'm just used to seeing every pool with like the big wooden fences around it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm off on this. I could be wrong.
Is that a rule, though, or is that just people don't want people looking in their pool?
Oh, they don't want them scoping their hot bods.
Right?
You may be right. That might be right. At the very least, you've got to keep it enclosed so that you don't have children sneaking in there and drowning, more or less.
Correct.
That would not be fun.
No, not at all.
Okay, so yeah, you're probably right on that $14,000, huh?
Yeah. So I'm like, well, what do you think about getting a stake and a really long leash, and she can just hang out there?
$20.
Done.
Installed.
Yeah. And I don't think our neighbors are keen on a fence. I take that back. Our neighbors directly next to us, I think they're okay with a fence because I think they're looking at fences. But I think the neighbors up the block are like, oh, you're going to do a fence? I'm like, yeah, we have a dog and kids.
Oh, they're worried about you damaging the landscape?
Maybe. Or the look, because all the backyards blend together. I don't know. But I'm not going to lie. The idea of a fence makes me nervous for mowing.
Oh, you're going to run into it?
Yeah, I got to be sharper on those angles or not hit the fence.
Yeah.
If I accidentally mow the neighbor's yard for a little bit, that's not a big deal.
Right, but mowing over the fence.
That's a big deal.
Could cause multiple issues, yeah. Mess up the fence, damage the mower. What about a weed whacker? You guys have a weed whacker?
Monty has a weed whacker.
Yeah, so you just have to keep your distance. You'll just have to have really high grass until Monty can weed whack the rest into submission. I don't know. Are you going to try Arby's hamburger, Kate?
Okay, Arby's. They have the beef.
Apparently.
Yeah.
And previously, they just had the meats, right?
Right, but I'm giving them my helpful hints for their advertising commercials. Arby's, we have the beef.
For free?
I know.
That's how confident we are here that we can give away free marketing ideas from time to time on Matt and Kate.
So I like Arby's. I just think it's kind of pricey. And it's not always fast for fast food.
Mm-hmm.
But this burger does sound good.
Yeah, they say the deluxe version, in addition to the meat, has substantial slices of pickles and red onions, a ruddy slice of tomato. That's an interesting word.
Oh.
Shredded iceberg lettuce, melty American cheese, and a pink-tinted, quote, burger sauce that looks to be mayo-based.
Oh.
It's got a brioche bun that they describe as glossy. Big enough to wrangle the contents without overwhelming them. And the brawny, thick patty itself enticed with a ring of appealing char, hinting it had taken a spin on a grill. That's the way the Wall Street Journal describes.
Okay.
That's where I get all my Arby's news, by the way.
But you haven't mentioned the big thing that sells me on the Arby's burger yet.
What's that?
It's Wagyu beef.
Oh, yeah. What does that mean again? Can you describe?
Fancy beef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It says it's a mix, though. 52% Wagyu beef with it's more pedestrian ground beef.
Ah.
I don't know if I like the way they described this. This article was from last week, I think. Mm-hmm. Arby's this week dipped a hoof into the burger game.
Ew.
Yeah, no, I don't need to be reminded.
I don't like dipping a hoof.
I don't need to be reminded of that. Yeah.
And do you think that the hoof would really dip in if they knew they were going into the burger game? Probably not.
Yeah, that sounds gross.
Yeah. They'd be like, hell no, get me out of here.
But that's the Wall Street Journal's description. It's not like Arby's has hey, we put our hoof into a burger idea.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if I trust it.
Well, What I read was from Food and Wine magazine, and they just said topped with lettuce, tomato, pickles, red onion, and a special burger sauce. I think I'm okay with not knowing that it was pink. And when you said it's a pink burger sauce, I'm like, oh, what makes it pink? Is it ketchup and mayo that makes it pink?
Probably like fry sauce. Is that what that's called?
Isn't that more orange? I don't know. I'm thinking of like Freddy's fry sauce, and it's more orange.
Oh, Big Mac, right? Big Mac's kind of pink.
Okay.
Right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Mac sauce, Big Mac sauce.
Is that what the ketchup and mayo, is that the Big Mac sauce? I thought it was like Thousand Island dressing.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think you're right. I think it's Thousand Island dressing, and
isn't that orange?
there's a... I kind of remembered it as pink, but now that I've got the stuff up in front of me...
Yeah, I think Thousand Island...
Yeah, it looks more like
orange.
It makes it look more like Thousand Island, which is like a pinkish orange. It's not straight orange. It's not like a crayon orange.
I would not say pinkish orange, but
Orange is no pinkish orange, not orange is pink. So I'm giving orange the.
I'd say orange.
Okay. Well, food.com has a recipe for it. They have a 1/3 cup low-fat mayonnaise, 2 teaspoons dill pickle relish, 2 teaspoons yellow mustard, 1 teaspoon white wine vinegar, a teaspoon garlic powder, teaspoon onion powder, and a teaspoon of paprika.
Paprika?
Paprika. $1.17 per serving? Really?
Whoa.
There's a Walmart link. Shop at Walmart. Okay. But we don't know what is in Arby's.
Should we say Arby's special burger sauce?
I'd be curious then, with this burger being so new, if there's much intel out there.
If they tell us, right?
Yeah. Burger sauce.
I do want to look at it, though.
It's a good-looking burger, but I've seen plenty of good-looking burgers that are fast food, and then once you get your burger, you're like, that doesn't look like the picture. Huh.
Have you done any of the Impossible burgers?
Not at fast food joints. No, I had that one over at a friend's house at one time that was pretty good, but not really beef. Did not fool me.
Did not fool you.
Basically. But no, I haven't tried any of the fast food ones.
Do you see yourself doing, like if you go to a friend's house again, if they've got both, would you opt for the beef or would you opt for the, let's do it again? That was pretty good.
I think I would try to see if the host had a preference. You know what I mean? If they're like, hey, I made veggie burgers and I also made beef, if you don't like that. You know what I mean? Depends on how it was presented. Or if I'm not really one to want to be at the beginning of a line, I like to join the line half or like further back. So it may just depend on what's left. So if the veggie burgers haven't been touched and maybe I can spare some feelings by having one, I'd do it. But all things equal, no, I'd probably go with the beef burger. So good.
Explain a little bit more on how the host plays into how you're going to make your decision.
So the host has people over, and it's like, hey, I've got burgers to accommodate everyone. I've got veggie burgers or Beyond burgers or whatever the hell.
Right.
And I've got traditional beef burgers. Dig in. And then I join the line like halfway through or toward the end. If there's a pile of veggie burgers sitting there and just a couple of hamburgers left, I would probably have a veggie burger. You know?
Okay. But when they're presenting the idea to you, you feel swayed one way or another, or you feel swayed by what's left on the buffet?
No, basically, yeah. I want to make the host feel good about what they've done, and it's not that huge of a. Actually, it is a pretty big difference. I don't understand. It's really that hard to follow what my logic was. Just that if the host made a bunch of burgers of two different kinds, and then when I approach the buffet and there's hardly any left of a regular hamburger, and that no one has touched the veggie ones, I would want to have potentially one of the veggie ones to make the host feel better about it.
Gotcha.
So
what you said the first time was how the person presents it. Like, I've got veggie burgers or regular burgers. Like, you would go with the veggie burger.
Sure, there's multiple scenarios that could happen as to how they might influence my decision one way or the other. Oh, these veggie burgers are great. You know, that might make me be, okay, yeah, sure, I'll try one.
Okay.
But if they're like, hey, take your choice, veggie or hamburger, and everything else is equal, then yes, I'm getting the hamburger.
Gotcha. I was afraid that you were overthinking on how like just because they're offering both, you have to go with a veggie burger because it's how they like. I've got veggie burgers or I got hamburgers.
No, just to spare feelings. Just to spare feelings. But yeah, once again, if there's just me and whatever, and they were really hype about how great these Beyond Burgers taste, I'm like, okay, sure. I mean, it already happened to me once when I was at a friend's house. He was making veggie burgers for himself, and he's like, I can make you a beef one if you want. And in that case, it was like, yeah, veggie burger's great.
Sure. Yeah, that works.
I definitely need to try one. So what about you?
Well, okay, I was trying to put myself in your position, but if it was like hamburgers, hot dogs, or hamburgers or brats, and there's a ton of brats and only a couple of hamburgers, I am not as nice as you, Matt. I'm definitely doing the burger.
Yeah.
I'm going to let those brats sit.
Well, if you got a pile of veggie burgers and you got a pile of beef burgers, make it a double, one of each.
Yes, I would like to try a veggie burger. I have not been offered the opportunity.
I found it to be pretty good, but once again, all things equal, side by side, probably going to go beef.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I'm fine eating vegetables. I do not need to fool myself. So I'm not quite sure I understand too much about, like, if you were to be like, oh yeah, I have Impossible Burgers often. I'm not quite sure why you wouldn't just modify your overall diet, but I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan or anything like that. So you, dear listener, if you have more experience on this, let us know. Matt and Kate on Facebook.
Woo.
No judging. No kink shaming. I only eat Impossible Burgers in the bedroom. You know? Yeah. Don't ask about the sauce.
Don't ask about the sauce, for God's sakes. Plastic surgeons are being overwhelmed by 20-somethings looking for chin lipo, Matt.
Chin lipo. Okay.
Chin lipo.
So is this the piece between like the bone of your chin and like where the Adam's apple would be? Like that chin liposuction? Is that what that means?
I believe so. Okay. Because chin lipo will help improve selfies.
Okay. I thought you were just supposed to, take the photo from above. That way you're looking up at the camera and it stretches out your neck fat, chin fat, whatever you want to call that.
Or just chin.
Chin.
Yeah. So chin lipo can start at $4,000. And how do you work out that part? How do you exercise and tone your chins?
I don't know, maybe chew gum. You would think that eating would exercise, but that doesn't, they just cancel each other out. Right. Chewing gum a bunch? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know what you do there.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you put on a bunch of weight, that area is going to fatten up. But I don't know what you do if you've just got a standard. See, now I'm going to be playing with this area on my neck for the rest of the day. $4,000 a pop to get your
$4,000 is where they start at. Yeah.
To lipo your chin area.
Yep.
Wild. All right, you going to do it?
No.
Oh, okay. Me neither.
I mean, the idea of lipo is not a bad idea in my mind, but if I'm going to do lipo, I'm not starting with my chin.
No? Okay.
No.
I think these people should just read the tips on taking selfies.
Right.
Find out your good side, what side is more flattering. Make sure you have your chin up when you're taking photos. That's all the tips I can remember. I'm not really a selfie enthusiast. We went through them one day on the show here, so maybe you can find it, dear listener. Search for the Matt and Kate podcast in your podcast player of choice, and then listen to all the episodes, and then eventually you'll find our selfie tips one.
Do you want me to run down a couple of ideas?
Yeah, you have some.
Diffused natural light, arm fully extended, high angle, squinched eyes, bright smile, dream travel location in the background.
Okay.
Stand on the right if someone else is in the pic. And post, tag, repeat.
Okay.
Thanks. That's from Orbit Media.
I was going to say, you tracked that down quick. Stand to the right. Does that mean the right as you're looking at the camera? Or as the camera's looking at you? Do you know?
I do not know.
Oh, okay. Well, nix that one then. All the other ones, though.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
All the other ones are great.
Diffuse light. So if you have like a window in front of you and the sun's not coming directly through the window, that would work.
Right.
Yeah. Thanks, Kate.
Yeah.
Or have liposuction on your chin.
Right. There's one of the tips.
Yep. You do any Memorial Day shopping, Kate? Did you get an appliance or anything like that over the Memorial Day weekend?
I did not.
No. Me neither. I ran into an article that was like, here's some things to shop early for Memorial Day. And I was like, nope, not going to look at any of those. Don't want to spend any money. And I'm too easily fooled into like seeing a deal and being like, always wanted one of those, but I've never wanted one of those enough to pay full price. Here we go.
Let's do it.
So, and I continue, my current philosophy, which I'm failing at. The philosophy I aspire for is fewer things coming into my house than what are leaving my house. Get things out of here. One in, one out. One in, two out. I don't know. Talked about this before about getting the place under control, but inevitably I keep on buying crap I don't need.
I need to do an overhaul on closets. Now that school's out, we can put uniforms away for a bit.
The kids can then use their summer to organize clothes instead of going to the pool. Great idea, Kate.
Right.
We're only going to go to the pool once you help mommy install these tubs in your closet.
It definitely is more work for mom than them.
Sure.
But it's, But
what about the perceived work? You know what I mean? You might perceive it as, number 7 on the work scale. And the children might perceive it, even though the amount of effort that they need to actually put into it, even though you compare the physical activities, your involvement's much higher than theirs. They may perceive it as a 9, or you perceive it as a 7, because they're children and everything's great when you're a kid.
Right. And how dare you ask us to work in summer vacation?
Yes, that's the biggest sin here, Kate.
How dare you?
The guts.